I know Mike's streaming at the moment, and everyone's going to be watching his stream. But I've got the IS-7, and I'm happy. Ah yes, the IS-7, possibly the most anticipated vehicle of Operation Suffer, Operation Bummer, Operation Summer, yes, that's the one. The most anticipated vehicle for several reasons. It's an iconic vehicle from another game which I'm contractually obliged not to talk about, and for good reason too. The IS-7 poses many problems, and it's rather controversial in its way that it was implemented into War Thunder. And unlike previous events where you could take part in a tournament to unlock another super heavy tank that was available for the Germans, the E-100, this time the IS-7 has been readily made for what appears to be the Gagarin market. And despite the fact that Gagarin said themselves that this vehicle would be an exclusive vehicle given only to those who achieve and craft all the parts within game, the ability to use the market to then decrease your grind is a rather controversial move. Alright, there is a IS-7 on the market right now for 1,200 Gagarin.
Oh my god.
Only that was real money.
That is real money. It is real money.
I mean, it's
one
Can
Gagarin.
I go down to the shop and use it?
For that.
It's real money that can only be used in this game.
That's not real money.
It's not real money,
But you have to spend real money to get it, so it is equivalent to real money.
Can I use it to buy biscuits? No, it's not real money.
It's not real money here. Despite the fact that as the Stage 2 of Operation Summer comes to a close in the next couple of days, the amount of readily available IS-7s on the market is increasing tenfold, and that is dropping the price of the vehicle. This is kind of an issue because it means that every man and his dog actually owns the IS-7. So, is it really that good? Well, take a look at this. There. Huzzah. Oh, I destroyed one. There we go. That's the IS-7, everybody.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I've got the IS-7.
Wow.
You've got to try it on. You should have.
What? Oh,
You got it like a 5-day trial, but you now know someone who owns the vehicle.
Yeah.
Oof. Big boy.
Once again, as I said earlier, fuck you, Ash. We already know.
Did you just...
The claim that the IS-7 was going to be the absolute monster that it is in other games is clearly not true. Taking a look at the stat card, it's a rank 5, battle rating 8.0 vehicle. And honestly, I think that at 8.0, it's a perfect vehicle just to sit at that battle rating. I don't think it needs to be changed, I don't think it needs to be modified at all. It's perfectly well balanced. While the armor on the vehicle is certainly adequate, it certainly can take an absolute punishing from solid shot and regular rounds. Keep in mind that this vehicle was designed with the ambition to stop shells coming from the Mouse's main gun, the 128mm naval gun. And despite its legendary status, thanks to a user called Iron Physique who tested the L7 ammunition on the IS-7, we know that the red dots are the shots that penetrated, and this is the standard L7 APDS. We then have the 105mm M728 APDS with the M60A1 and the Type 74. We've then got the 105mm L7 HESH round, the 105mm L7 Heat FS round, the 105mm M735 APFS-DS on the M60 Rise, and the 105mm DM23/M111 APFS-DS for the Leo A1A1. And generally speaking, while you do get down tiers into the 7.3s and the 7.0s occasionally, at 8.0 this vehicle faces more vehicles that have Heat FS, APFS-DS, etc, and various other rounds that are more than capable than defeating the armor that the IS-7 here has. Now the clip that's running in the background is actually a Leopard using the solid shot that's trying to shoot me with his regular stock shell. either he's stock or whatever, and he's shooting me at about 2 kilometers distance. And currently he cannot penetrate me. This was taken from a replay that I had on my live stream where I got caught out on the open in Fields of Normandy. An absolute pain, but this thing can certainly take a beating, that's for sure. Right, so can we fit in here? I want to see if we can fit in this arch. Oh yes, we can. We can fit in the arch. See, can we see anybody? Oh. I got done by something. I don't know where it was. I don't have any parts. And he's bouncing. He's bouncing. He's like physically bouncing off me. And the 130mm gun that this thing has is absolutely fantastic. And the stock shell is really all you need to penetrate most things. Sure, you do have trouble bouncing shells and trying to penetrate M103s. But generally speaking, you can penetrate just about anything you look at. See you later, mate. Oh. Nope. Nope, he's gonna fuck me up. No, 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 no. Ooh. There you go. Blam. That's an IS-7. Haha. That's my first kill in the IS-7 too. Hi. How you doing? How you doing?
I want to shoot myself.
You want to shoot yourself, do you?
But a very
See, Lorraine
comfortable
is actually outmaneuvering this IS-7.
Well, yes, it's a CA Lorraine.
Bastard, he's gonna nail me in the side. Watch him, he's gonna nail me. Nope, he missed. Come on. What a hit. This is entertaining. This is good, I guess. Until I realise I'm stuck as he is, and he's just running circles around me because he can. And he's a CA Lorraine. Watch, he's gonna turn around. No, he's not. Boom. Critical hit. There, you can't shoot me anymore.
I was gonna say, you can go through the rear of that thing with the 14s.
I could. I'm sorry, dude. I have to shoot you. I, for one, don't really like navals in War Thunder. I think they're a bit... Ooh, hello. Oh, we're versing everybody. You missed me, mate. How does that make you feel? Straight through there. That's the second time someone's tried to come up behind me like that. Boom. Yes, IS-7 not OP. No, not everyone knows where to pen it just yet. People will figure this out eventually. But at this point in time, it is a big fish. And the coaxial armament is 2 14mm machine guns and, well, a shit ton of 7.62mm machine guns as well. The 14mm cannons, or should I say machine guns in this case, are very good for dealing with light targets, but they only have a limited range and a limited motion. There is one attached to the top of the gun, and there is one sticking in a tower that you may as well call the Russian Eiffel Tower on the top there, and it has a limited range and is particularly slow to move, and is kind of a pain when dealing with aircraft. Speaking of aircraft, this thing is not invincible. The deck, the rear deck, and the top of the turret, possibly the weakest points on the IS-7.
I'm a very good player. I play this game all the time.
IS-7.
To be honest, I didn't know Ash was streaming on us. I played an hour a week. So I play about 10 hours a week. 15 hours. I didn't know you were streaming when I said that.
You just realised I was streaming.
Yeah, when
we just
I probably
the
should
rest
have
of the time you're
mentioned
working
that
on a
to you.
video.
Oh, I would have cleaned up my language a little bit had I known, because I'm not
man,
fluent
it's
to
all
stream.
right.
Then you swear like a drunk, like docker after 8 pints anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter for you, but for me, I mean.
I'll just take a quick screenshot there to murder the members of my Discord when they see who I'm squatted with.
Oh, the hitbox and the thing. A
Well, Ash,
breach.
stop being so bad. Play better.
It's
Oh God!
not
Oh
your
God.
reputation.
I'm going around you. You're good. You're good.
Traffic jam of IS-7's the worst kind of traffic jam, obviously. Ah, I got a hit on a thing. I'm very good at this game.
Make up
Orange,
your
I
mind.
wouldn't
I had
sit.
6.
Oh
What are
my
you doing?
God!
You just killed a chieftain.
I took a hit.
Hello, Frenchie.
I killed a Frenchie.
Oh, my
I did
driver's
too.
being turned into bits.
Bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Is he
He's in
mincemeat?
about 15 different pieces on the floor of my tank.
Right, is he like an IKEA jigsaw puzzle?
Royal Guards engineers or something on the way.
Oh, here he comes. Now.
Well, so much for that repair.
Hey, Sprite, you seem to have a bunch of holes in you, and you're on fire.
I'm gonna get him back for that.
Despite all the issues with the coaxial machine guns and various other things, this tank is fairly mobile in a straight line. It can do up to about 40 kilometers on level flat ground, and will get there in quite considerable time. But when it comes to turning in a circle, considering this thing doesn't have neutral steering, it is an absolute slog, and because of the long wheelbase and the fact that the tracks are so long and the vehicle isn't so wide, it's kind of a pain to turn and maneuver. I'd go into more depth about the IS-7 and how it was developed and whatever, but all you guys need to know is the fact that this vehicle, this very vehicle, one of the prototypes when they were testing the vehicle caught fire. And despite both sets of internal extinguishers firing, it continued to burn in the abandonment of the first prototype vehicle. The cause of the fire was thought to have originated in a weight-saving plastic-lined canvas fuel tanks. Quite understandably, these were deleted in later versions because you don't want a very expensive one-off or 2, 3, 4 batch of vehicles, you know, catching fire. So with that in mind, the vehicle is not really that overpowered, it isn't game-breaking, it is actually fairly balanced, and for a vehicle that is supposed to be an event vehicle that is supposed to be particularly rare, the fact that Gaijin have put this vehicle up on the market, well, as long as with the crafting system that they use for the April Fool's event, it leaves to be seen a good impression. Is it a good vehicle? Yes. Is it overpowered? No. Can it be defeated by armor at its battle rating and various other shells? Yes, it can, except for solid shot. Its mobility is decent, but turning is not really the greatest thing for this vehicle. It's designed to do one thing only, and that's drive forward through Europe.